Hey everybody, hope and pray that you're doing well today as we come to our word from the word. And today that word is tardy. Tardy. Now, if you've ever been late for anything, and some of you probably have, I know I have. I can't say that everybody has, but I know I've been late before. And it's a difficult feeling. I don't like it. But hey, it still happens. Life happens, right? Things get in the way. Cars don't start. Cars break down. Deer run out in front of you. That's been the case for me a couple times. But to think about it, whatever it is, sometimes not even just running late, maybe for work or for an appointment or something like that. But also, there's times where we have a time limit on things that we can submit stuff. Even times in school. It's times where you have a deadline that you have to meet, and if it's late, sometimes it is not accepted anymore. That's just it, and you're out of luck, and it's too late. Trying to turn in your taxes a little late and see what happens, right? There's a deadline. But even with things in life that we look at and that we know and understand what it means to be tardy or to be late, there's so many times in Scripture and even here in the book of Judges that we see that the people come kind of to the right frame of mind, but at the wrong time. It's too late. And so here in Judges chapter 2, as we've been looking at our prayers, just starting here in the book of Judges this week, if you look at chapter 2, starting in verse 1, it says, Then the angel of the Lord came up from Gilgal to Bokum and said, I led you up from Egypt and brought you to the land of which I swore to your fathers. And I said, I will never break my covenant with you. And you shall make no covenant with the inhabitants of this land, but you shall tear down their altars. But you have not obeyed my voice. Why have you done this? Therefore I also said, I will not drive them out before you, but they shall be thorns in your side, and their gods shall be a snare to you. So it was when the angel of the Lord spoke these words to all the children of Israel that the people lifted up their voices and wept. Then they called the name of that place Bokum, which means weeping ones, and they sacrificed there to the Lord. And that's something here to me. I pray as always that you're reading through all these passages, and even as we're just going to really deal with the first 3 chapters this week, if you read through chapter 1, you see over and over the failures of the people and what they were to do. They were to be driving out and basically, relocating all the Canaanites, all the ones that were there. They were either to destroy them or to drive them out, so there was nobody there. But you'll see over and over again, there was failure that this group failed, this tribe failed to do over and over again. Now, it's not because they weren't able, because God had already promised that he would be there to guide them and to drive all these people out if they were obedient to him. The problem is that they did what was right in their own mind. And how often we do the same thing. But here, after they find out that the angel of the Lord tells them, God himself says, look, now I'm going to uphold the other end of that promise, where I promised I would be with you if you were obedient. Now I'm promised that I'm going to be against you, essentially, because you've been disobedient. But it's then that the people break down weeping and crying and calling out to God and offer sacrifices to him. See, they were a little tardy. They were a little late. The damage had already been done. This is like us, getting pulled over for a speeding ticket. Officer, I'll never speed again. That's a lie the moment you said it. Yeah, well, look, I'll try to do better. Now I'll slow down and I'll do better. It's oftentimes that we look and we know that delayed obedience is still disobedience. And you might be saying, yeah, well, it's still better than not ever obeying at all. And I agree. But even that, look at delayed obedience. The fact that they were going to be obedient and now cry out to God and now let him be essentially Lord of their life and lead and guide them. Now look at what they have missed. Look at the blessings that they're going to miss out on. See, God was ready and willing to pour out blessings and the fulfillment of his promises to them if they were obedient. This is the conditional parts of his covenant. But I wonder today, how many times we've been late to thank God, late to bring things to God. How often we make plans and then ask God to bless them. Maybe there's many times today that you or I have been tardy to be obedient. We've been a little late in our prayers. And maybe today, don't delay in what you know God is calling you to do. Don't put off until tomorrow, because we're not promised tomorrow. Let's choose to be obedient today. God bless you, and I pray you have a great, great day.